everybody. How we doing? It's Saturday. Did you like my intro? I kind of fallen in a little bit in love with that track. I think I kind of like it because it's a bit of everything, isn't it? I like a bit of R&B. I like a bit of Motown. That's always nice for a bit of a chill. And this is a bit of a chill, to be honest. This stream. I don't normally stream this early. I really don't. Good morning to all you lovely peeps in America. Welcome to the stream. It's only 9 o'clock over there on EST time. It really is on the East Coast. How wonderful is that? Anyway, over here in good old Blighty at the moment, it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So it's a nice time of day. I'm just going to be chilling and streaming for a couple of hours. And today's a bit of a special one because earlier in the week on the backlog stream with my good friend Si O'Connor, of course, I built this one, which is an awesome set. It really was, folks. And honestly, if you ever get a chance to get it, it's amazing. It really is. Completely app control and just works. It really does. It's the best kind of interactive tumbler that I've kind of built. I know it's called a Batmobile. I kind of think it's more of a tumbler than a Batmobile, isn't it? And then, of course, today, I'm going to be building this one. This is the brand spanking new one. I'm loving this. This is an awesome little set. It really does. And I've cheated a little bit because I built the first bag. But don't worry, folks, right? I've only done that because I'm only streaming for about 2 and a bit hours today because then later on I'm going to be on Lego Danny Bob's 12-hour thing. And this is where I've got to so far. Now, what I don't want you to think it is, oh, Greg, we came here to see how you built that. Don't worry, I filmed it and I can show it back in just a minute. But you see, I've got a couple of things I need to do, first of all. One being, I know this is a London Eye stream, but I've actually been joined by someone else today. I've got a guest on today that has got not only one tumbler, he's got 2 tumblers. I think he might even have 3 tumblers at the moment. So anyway, we'll be going there in a moment and bringing him in. So can't wait to get him in. And he's from Twitch as well. And I like mixing it up. I like getting people in from Instagram. I love people from everywhere, folks. All different platforms. It doesn't really matter. We're all doing the same thing. And I just want to say as well, if anyone out there wants to give us a super chat and support the channel, as always, folks, give us a super chat. I'll pop your name on there and then I'll chuck it out over the course of the weekend. I've got one to do this weekend. So yeah, we'll definitely be going out this weekend, most likely tomorrow or something like that. Just as a way to say thank you. And as always, folks, the money always, and I mean always, goes back in the channel. And every little helps. It really does, folks. But like I always say, it isn't about the money. It certainly isn't about that, folks. It really isn't. It's all about me spending some good times with you guys and making good times and good memories as well. And I hope you all enjoyed London Calling last night. I absolutely loved it. It was a crazy time. Having Ryan on from M&R and Bob Bricks O'Brien, having him on. He was a good lad, wasn't he? But anyway, let's say hello to a few of you lovely lot out there at the moment, shall we? What we got going on here? We got Tommy Dempsey out there. He says, will you be Lego Danny Bob's stream later, Greg? I absolutely am, my friend. I will be featuring in there. I think I'm in it for like 1 to 2 hours today. I'll be on there at 6 p.m. UK time, and I'll be on at 9:30 as well tonight, just probably for about half an hour, just to say hello, how you getting on and doing and stuff like that. So I will be there, folks. Don't worry about that. Nicole's there as well. Yay, build cam. I love it. Good stuff. Look, I guess a thumbs up from me, that does. And you know what, folks? While you're there, do us a favor, right? Check out the description below where you'll find out who's actually going to be on this stream as well. And you know what? While you're there, do us a little favor as well. Give us a thumbs up, and I appreciate that. We've got Will Harper in the house. Hey, Greg. Bye, Greg. Oh, no, he's in and he's out. He goes, can't stay. See you all next time. Will, thank you so much, my friend, and thank you as well for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. We've got Mitty Bricks in the house as well. Good to see you, mate. We've got Lego Madness as well. I think he's going to be streaming a little bit later. Nicole's there. She goes, well, Batman usually takes its time without a proper villain who threatens with chaos and causes some havoc. Oh, yeah, that's got Penguin and all that lot written all over it. But anyway, folks, great to have you here. There is got a pretty decent number of you here. I'm not expecting massive numbers tonight, folks, because this is a bit of a chill stream, and also as well, it's on a bit early. But anyway, this is fun. It's all part and parcel of doing these things at funny old times. And just to give you a heads up as well, next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a really strange time stream. That's going to be 8 o'clock in the morning. How about that, today? I'm going to be streaming with a good friend of mine from New Zealand. So that's going to be a bit of fun, and I can't wait to do that. That is, of course, Richard from BrickStagePass TV. It says, will BrickStagePass be here? I think he might be, actually. And I think, Tommy, that's a good cue to bring him in. But anyway, folks, he's a guy. You find him on Twitch all the time. You find his details down in the description below. But, of course, we know him as the very lovable Craig. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello.
You're looking very well. Let's have a little adjustment there. Bring you up to me. How you diddling, my friend?
I'm doing really well. I love a good Saturday. A good chill-out Saturday.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? This is kind of like the hangover from London Calling, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, great to have you here, mate. It looks like you've... now, here's the thing, right? right? I wanted to put on my Batman t-shirt, right? A bit like what Craig's up to there. Look at that. That's a nice looking. That is a nice t-shirt, mate. I'm liking that loads. It's looking very, very cool. Love that. Now, I actually got one from Zavi a matter of, I don't know, a couple of months ago. I can't find it anywhere. I really can't. I think God knows what's happened to it. I think the washing machine might have eaten it up or something like that. But anyway, what can I say? So I've gone for Superman. And do you know what? I'm going to do a little survey while I think of it, Craig. But you look like you've actually already started building a little bit about yours.
I literally started when you went live.
Did you?
Yeah.
he's already caught me up. He's practically finished bag one. But tell us a little bit about the build while I'm creating this survey for everyone then.
Well, it's using that chassis in it that they've used on Speed Champions, which is quite interesting because it allows for the 2 seats. But I've not really done much other than this first hinge piece. So I'll just line it up a bit. And the way that slots in there, I would have never have thought of doing that. That is really clever.
Yeah, and there's a little bit more building to go on to that. And I tell you what, mate, it's really well constructed as well. Like you're going to see how they reinforce it, how they strengthen it, and all that sort of thing. That
wounded 1x2 with holes in it piece is just brilliant. It's one of my favourites. I've got loads of them now. I think it was on the corner garage, wasn't it, to get that angle across the front. It's just such a useful piece.
Yeah. Well, where would we be without hinges and stuff like that?
I think I bought a lot of those white turntable pieces as well from that corner garage. I've never used them yet. I've got to think of something to use them for.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, that is the thing, because you're into your mocks, aren't you? That's for sure. I tell you what, while you're there, show us the box art, because you've got a couple of boxes, and there's a bit of a story behind that as well, isn't there?
Yeah, so basically, Lego said this wasn't coming, so I ordered it October the 1st. Just getting used to this with the camera. I ordered it October the 1st with the sleigh, and they said it wasn't coming. And then I messaged them to say, there's no tracking details. Is it definitely not coming in time? They said no. So they couldn't send me another one out because next day, because it's on back order now. For most people who are trying to get hold of it from Lego, it's on back order. So I went on Amazon and ordered it on Amazon, and it got here. It was normal price on Amazon, and I've got Prime. So it got here on Friday morning, and then Friday dinner time, the Lego delivery that wasn't supposed to be coming turned up, along with the free Spider-Man drone set that Si was building on Wednesday. Yeah, that they'd sent for free as an apology.
But there was no apology needed, was there?
No, because it came. And then they've obviously reordered me another one that's on back order, so I just need to message them and tell them I don't need it. So I'm not going to be greedy, people.
Oh, that's good of you. Well, you are kind of a sort of you're an ambassador, aren't you? So it's probably the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I know I probably wouldn't do that. Good to see you, Bazza. Welcome to the stream, mate. We've got Barefoot on Bricks as well. This is it's an interesting figure, this one, because the Batman in this one, he comes with 2 heads, and I've put his Nightmare head on. Which one did you put on?
The Nightmare one.
Yeah, me too. It just looks really good.
Because I've got loads of the other ones, so I thought I'd look what that one looked like.
Yeah, let me see if I can... Let's pop in there and let's see if you guys... You tell me what you lovely lot out there in the chat think about this, guys. Look. It's a good-looking Batman. I tell you what, though, he's not as good as the Tumbler Batman that I built earlier in the week. That printing on that Batman is phenomenal. Yeah. It really is. But this is a good Batman. And if I take the headpiece on, the cowl is awesome. But that face is good. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Garmadon from Ninjago.
Yeah, and if you look, that you can use that face for something else because the eyes are there, but they're not the eyes that it uses when you put the cowl on.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It is quite nightmarish. I like it. I like that.
That is a good scene though in the film.
Yeah, I've got the Batman, the Nightmare Batman as well from the Justice League movie. Which was kind of limited for a while. That one was.
Yeah, I got that one as well.
It's a really different one because it's like I don't quite understood why they put him in like a rain Mac, especially the fact that he's in the desert.
I got him, and I got whatchamacallit. I got an actual Mac for him, like a custom one.
Oh, let's take a look, mate. Let's make that a little bit bigger. That's looking good. Oh, yeah, that is custom. I've seen that custom one around as well because I think his jacket looks more enhanced with that kind of cape effect.
His eyes are lighting up with that bright light.
They certainly are, man. They certainly are. No, it looks good. Really, really good. I'm loving that. So here's the thing, folks, right? This is something I did in the last stream, and I'm genuinely interested to know what you think, because you know what I'm like, folks. If I wasn't limited for time today, I'd probably stream for like 3 hours or something like that. But it's a bit of a big ask sometimes on a Saturday, and I would do, but I don't want to I might go for like 2 hours, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. But the idea is, folks, we kind of stream a little bit, and then I'll just kind of help you guys navigate over to Lego Danny Bob, who will be kicking off today, doing a 12-hour, or at least 12-hour anyway. I think it's going to be more like 16 hours between you and me, building the Millennium Falcon UCS. So anyway, what I'm interested to know about this, folks, tell me what you think is. So I filmed building the first bag. That's all I've done. I've only done bag one, folks, so don't worry. I've not done too much, but I built it and I filmed it. And then literally it was only about 10 minutes ago, I finished it and uploaded it. And I thought, right, okay, well, at least I can share with you guys and girls out there the building process of actually building it. So here it is now coming up. Tell me what you think about it afterwards. And you know what? Keep talking in the chat, folks, because I can throw your chats up while the video's running. And this is it. So anyway, sit back for, a couple of minutes, folks, and enjoy the music, enjoy the vibe. Most of all, enjoy the build. And there we are, back to this again. What did you think of that, folks? Did you think that was all right? It was a kind of a nice little interlude anyway. But what do you think about that, Craig? Is that the sort of, do you guys ever do that on Twitch? I've never seen anyone else ever do it. And I just thought, well, it kind of complements a little bit. At least I think.
Yeah, no, I've never done it on Twitch. It's like you say, if you pre-recorded it, you could do it, I suppose. But
yeah,
but never thought of doing it, to be fair. It's a good idea.
I just never, the thing is, I've never seen anyone do it. I had the time to do it. I just literally, folks, I'm not using my normal cameras or anything like that. All I'm using is a little click thing. And you could do this using your iPhone or whatever like that. What you got to be quick at is editing. That's the main thing. And have a powerful machine to kind of ram through. Because literally, folks, I did this about 20 minutes ago. I kid you not. I uploaded it 10 minutes ago. That's the first time I've seen that video. So thank you, guys. Thank you for all the feedback. Tommy enjoyed it. Lego Madness says it's cool. He goes, so tempted to crack my box open now. But go for it, Barefoot. Build it with us. That's what it's all about. It really is. We're all inclusive here. We don't care who you are. But you know what? I don't even care what you're building. Let me know what you are building, folks. Who just popped in? Redmond. Hello, Redmond. Good to see you, dude. Hope all is well with you. So anyway, let's get building, shall we? I am, of course, on bag 2 now. So let's pop him over there next to the Stomper. Talking of Stompers, did everyone watch the What If? The last one. Have you seen it, Craig?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the what you're on about as well.
Yeah, the last bit. Yeah, I was like, oh, I kind of had a little tingle when
I know, that's why I said you wanted to go and watch it, because I knew that obviously you would like that particular ending.
I think Carter. Look, I got goosebumps, folks. Goosebumps. I love stuff like that. I really like Captain Carter. I think she's the best character from the series.
I'd love to see him bring her into the live MCU as well, because obviously they could, because she's in another alternate universe.
Yeah. They could just find her in her universe and bring her back. They might need her for something. You know what I mean?
That would be cool to see her alongside the rest of them, because obviously.
Yeah, I think so, because they might think to themselves, they probably might think, oh, we need a Captain America. I mean, that's it. I know we got the Falcon version of Captain America.
Not the same though, is it?
It's not really, no, because it's essentially Falcon. So, I kind of get it, and I think he's a good Captain America. He's a good guy, that's for sure, folks. I just think they need some sort of special ability other than, he can't throw that shield like Captain America throws the shield, or Captain Carter throws the shield, and that's kind of one of the main things. Blimey, this Scarecrow head is actually quite scary. It's like Frankenstein. Anyway, let's pop him together.
Yeah, I think so. I think I saw somebody say I wish they'd done the like a pull-on mask type thing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. They've got
limitations, haven't they?
Yeah, that is the thing, and this is this is a cheap set, I think, for what you get in it, don't you think, Craig?
I think it's in a good price point. I think a lot of they seem to have hit a nice price point. I like these big square boxes, and that you get something for because the Santa Sleigh was £35 as well. Yeah. It seems to be a nice little.
Everyone was saying that's going to be £60 when it first came out.
Yeah.
Everyone said it was £60, and I thought maybe 50 because of the reindeers, but 35. I was like, oh blimey, I'll have a couple of those. So I did. In fact, if I've got time, folks, today I'll have another video coming out. So I filmed a video about half an hour before we went live as well. I was like videoing over here, just a little Lego haul. That's all it is, and I'll probably throw that into some sort of short or something like that. And because I literally had no time at all, I was just like, okay, let's just do it quick. That's the beauty of shorts, and just gets a little bit of content out there because I'm on holiday now, in case anyone wondered, because that's why I can stream on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm on holiday. I can't believe it, mate. Honestly, this is interesting. Wish you was. This is weird, isn't it? The way around for that. Let's put that on there. I do like the Scarecrows, though. I think they've made a nice job of him.
Yeah, I heard that it was either include the Nightmare head or do a mask on Scarecrow. So I'm kind of pleased they went with the Nightmare head.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of Scarecrows. And that version in the film is not as good as I think as the animated Scarecrow.
Yeah, I agree. What do you reckon, folks? He's got a really nice torso. His gun's all right, actually, as well. Quite like that. But look at the back of it here. All the stitching that's going on there. Oh, hold on. Just flicked him away. There we go. All the stitching going on there. That's quite a nice print. That is a good print. There's no doubt about that. I mean, look at that. That's all right, isn't it? It looks terrible, doesn't it? But it looks like there's facial scars as opposed to actually being... I think that's what it is. Do you know what it is? I think they should have done it in a different colour. Maybe a more of a tan colour. Or brown. I mean, it's darker brown for a start, wasn't it? But yeah, I like him. I definitely think maybe a sort of a sack over his head would have been better. But there we go. It's a reasonably priced set. So let's pop him over there. Hope you like in the background as well. And like I say, folks, there's London Wall just over there. If anyone wants to put their name on it and a super chat, more than welcome to. Let's get that recalibrating again. So let's go from there to there.
See, I like this one. Will it focus for me?
Oh yeah, that's much better.
It's quite simple, but is it going to focus or not going to focus? No, it's not. Nope.
Yeah, I can make it out though. It's like this one,
Oh,
but
there we go.
he really does look like a proper scarecrow, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's the brown hat that makes it.
Yeah, 100%. We've got a couple of new peeps that have popped in as well. Great to see you all here, folks. It really is. Habit of Bricking. Love you, Guy. Thank you very much for all your lovely comments as well. Really do appreciate it. Hey, guys. Damn, that's a great head print. It really is. Honestly, it really is. We've got FLX in the house as well. Because I like the tumbler. And the new Batman set's coming out. Lego going all out Batman this year. Is it me, right? We've got all the Marvel stuff. They don't seem to do particularly much DC stuff. But is it me, right? Is Batman the best superhero in Lego? Because I've asked you guys to survey. Let me know what you think. But I think they do a good job on the Batman stuff. I think they really do. And we've got Cy O'Connor in the house as well. He goes, "Hey Tommy, it's a zombie. It's size. How can I put it? It's kind of size artwork. I remember them from last year, so they crack me up. They really do. Lego Hotel is the new modular, I think. Tommy, right? I'm not joking, folks. I'm gonna have to chuck it out on a live stream or something like that. I said February. I think it was December the 28th last year. I was doing a review. And it was the small mini sports car from City, the blue one, which is a nice little set. I think I've got that just over there. And I reviewed it. And on the back of it was a little hotel. And I said, I bet in 2022 the next modular will be a hotel. So you heard it here first, folks.
I still think it might be a new version of Cafe Corner.
It could be. But if it mentions the word hotel in it, a sign for the hotel, that's not a bad shout, is it? That's not a bad shout, to be fair.
Still counts.
Well, yeah. And you know what? I don't normally call things as well. I really don't. I'm just going to pop that around there, folks. I think it will. Improve the focus on it. Good to see you, Darth. Good to have you here, mate. And Fooling with Bricks is out there saying, I think it will be a corner hotel. Who knows? Either way, we're gonna. We'll
a lot of people saying it'll be a corner build with him retiring the corner garage.
Yeah, it could be actually. But anyway, let's get on with this build, shall we, folks? Come on. What are we doing for time? We're 24 minutes in. We've done nothing other than that. You can see why I have to film some of it now. But anyway, folks, please do me a little favour, right? While you're here, check out in the description below my good friend over here. Check out his channel. He's on Twitch. You'll find him, generally speaking. You always find him on London Calling on a Friday night as well. And you know what? While you're there, do me one little favour. Give us a thumbs up, will you? Because it really does help me do what I do around here. Because if there's one thing I do enjoy, Craig, it's a live stream. It really is. And at the moment, with having a bit of a busy life, it works absolutely manic and crazy at the moment, folks. What I do make a point of doing is doing live streams whenever I can, doing a couple of little videos here and there, and also as well the cabin. I'm doing a lot of cabin. I had a delivery yesterday from IKEA. I've got loads of furniture turned up, so I'm going to be building that next week as well when I come back. I'm on a little trip away now, and when I get back, I'll be busy building that as well next week. So it's I've got a busy week coming up, but you know what, folks, it's a fun week as well. And even though it's IKEA furniture, it's not quite Lego. Do you know what? It all goes towards Lego, and that's like the end game, isn't it? We've got Nicoletta in the house. Nicoletta, I've not seen you for a little while. How are you doing? Hope all is well with you. Because hope the 22 modular building hotel will be a corner building. Yeah, people saying that. And you know what? So I've got this idea, folks. Maybe I'll put it out on London Calling next Friday as a survey. I'm thinking, like, when I've actually got all the furniture in place and I've got all the organisational stuff in place and got it kind of how I want it. Before I put the Lego in to that room, and there's a lot of Lego to go in, there's all this lot for a start. I was thinking of just doing a live stream so you could actually see it bare bones. And I thought, do a live stream and then show everyone around the new cabin before I put any Lego in it. Kind of do like a tour of the cabin before I put anything in it. Now, let me know if you're interested, folks. What do you reckon about that, Craig?
That's a good idea.
I've never seen anyone do it. I've seen people kind of put their rooms together and they've had like a quick little tour around. But I'm sort of thinking, well, I could just do it live, just do it as a live stream or something like that, and just show you guys that.
You've got a lot of people like that. Music reminds me of the cabin every time you play that music on there.
Oh, the intro. Yeah. I that's the thing. That's a kind of I got into doing a little theme. That's why when I do the intro to London Calling, it's always that particular track of music. When I do London Eye, it's always that bit of music. And then sometimes when I like to show like a little bit of a trailer, but certainly the vlog music, I always like that bit of track as well. I always think that works quite well. So I'm glad you said that, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And that's the thing, in it. When you look at what people are interested in, they are interested in storage, they are interested in sorting, even though I don't know, I wouldn't watch anybody sort, but apparently it's a thing. And they're also interested in your Lego rooms, aren't they? So the fact that we've been on that journey with it getting built, and then we get to see it before you put any Lego in as well, I think it's a pretty cool idea. And doing it live is probably easier because you don't have to faff around with editing, do you?
Well, there is that, and I don't mind editing, but do you know what? What I like about doing live streams with you, especially like with you lovely lot out there, is that you can tell me where you want me to go with it all. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and that's the whole idea of it. That's what I like about live streams. You talk to me. I've got an idea what I'm going to do. I'm building the tumbler today. That's my primary objective. The rest of it, folks, right, is up to Craig and up to you lot out there into the direction we go to, what we talk about and all that kind of stuff. It really is. Anyway, let's say what's going on out there in the chat. We've got Nicoletta saying, so kind of my pleasure. Lots of love out there for Si, as is always and should be the case. That's an incredible idea. I love it. Oh, thank you, Nicole. I really appreciate that. It goes, of course, I think it would be good. Says Barry. Excited to see the Lego cabin. It really, honestly, folks, every time I go down there, it was really exciting because we're there. I was having a chat with Si O'Connor the other night in there, just showing him up, just giving him an update on stuff that I'm putting in there. I've got Alex drawers. I've got bookcases going in. I've got the tables for the city. I've got another worktop that's going to go on top of the Alex drawers. I've got Colaxes going in there, folks. I've got my desk. I've got new Dell screens in there. And do you know what? I actually took my TV down there. I've got this like 50-inch TV. I took it down there. To be honest, I haven't got anywhere to put it. And I'm sort of thinking to myself, well, I've got two 24-inch screens. Do I actually even need a 50-inch screen down there? So I'm kind of taking that out for the time being because it's a weird thing, right? It's a studio, right? I'm going to be filming stuff in there. Of course, it serves other purposes. I've got to organise in all my Lego down there. So that's got to be a good storage solution. Also, as well, I'm going to be displaying stuff down there. So you've got to think about that. And of course, how it kind of looks when you're doing a live stream. So when I do the live streams, you've got the city in the background. So you can kind of see that progressing and growing and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of like a multi-function room. It really is. And it's not the biggest room in the world, but it's going to be a fun room nonetheless, folks. It really is.
Did you plan the room you're in, or did it just evolve because you already had it set up for other things?
Do you know what? I planned it all out. I even had a friend of mine do me a walkthrough 3D model of it, and it looks fantastic. But then when I set it out like that, I was like, it just doesn't look right. It's not practical enough. And what you can't afford to have is too much dead space down there, but you don't want it to look like it's all crammed in as well, because you want it to kind of breathe. So
no, I meant the room you're in. I meant this room you're in now. Did you plan that out, or did it just evolve?
No. This was completely by accident. This was meant to be a wardrobe here, and what happened was, the idea was that I thought, well, do you know what? Instead of putting a wardrobe here, I'll just put a desk here because it's not good to put a fixed wardrobe, because this is all made. It isn't. It's like fitted. It's bespoke, I think is the term people like to use. But you can't put a wardrobe that I've got behind me on a back wall, because apparently it can kind of create quite a lot of mold and stuff like that. So we put the wardrobe that side. I put 20 shelves over here. In fact, look, let me just do this. Look. So we've got 20 shelves over there, all them sort of sizes. There we go. There's the Colaxes there, folks. There's all the shelving up there with the Lego sort of hanging over it. And then what I did was I said, well, look, I've got this space here because I've got the window there. You can't put all those through a window. So I said, right, we'll just put a desk here. So anyway, one thing led to another. And I said, right, I'd like to start a YouTube channel. And I was like, well, where are we going to do it? And then I thought, well, actually, I'll just do it in this room. And that's what happened. So that's kind of how it went. The only thing I put in here, furniture-wise, that's anything to do with the Lego is the Colaxes over there, those square shelves. And that's only really just to show off a little bit of Lego in the background. So that's how I came by that.
I think it's a benefit, you see, when you've grown into a room like that, and then you've got the ability to plan your Lego room. You know what to expect.
Yeah.
So anybody that's thinking about doing it, like this was purpose built, this room for Lego. So
Oh,
I
well,
knew
that's
exactly what I was going to do for the minute we.
Yeah, and you
bought
set
the
yours
house.
out exactly how I would set mine out as well. But I was in contact with Craig earlier in the week, folks, and I was trying to work out how I should do my city. Should I was going to do it L-shaped at one time, and then I thought, well, I really want to get into doing trains, Lego trains. You know, I thought I was talking to Si, and I said, wouldn't it be cool? Hey, ABS, how you doing? Wouldn't it be cool, right, to have like trains going on in the background while you're doing a live stream and stuff like that? Especially if you've got lights on them and stuff like that. It's kind of, there's a little bit of magic, isn't it? But I can't do that with an L-shaped one because I haven't got the width to actually the circumference to do the track going around, do the loops. So I've had to put the tables together. But anyway, when I do the live stream, I can talk everyone through the planning of it, because you do something and you know what, in your head and on paper it looks fantastic, but it's the practicalities of it. Does it work? And it doesn't always work. So anyway, we've got Lego Danny Bob in the house, folks. She's up. That Lego Danny Bob, you should still be in bed. You shouldn't be up yet. You want to be conserving all your energy. And she's saying, don't forget to like the stream. Thank you so much. Lego Danny Bob, as soon as I'm done here, I'll be popping everyone your direction. I'm going to be on there tonight, folks, at 6 p.m. UK time. And then I'm going to be on for an hour or so with, I think Si's going to be there. There's loads of people going to be on there tonight, folks, including Ryan, who was on London Calling last night, and Si O'Connor. And I'll be back for half an hour later on tonight as well. Strangely enough, straight after Strictly Comes Dancing. But yeah, there's lots of good Lego streaming going on today, folks. There really is. There's loads of people. And we've got Red Carnage in the house as well. Red Carnage, I hope you're having a super day. The sun's out here, folks. It's a beautiful day out there in Blighty today. It really is. It was all foggy this morning. Anyway, let's get down and get some building done, shall we? So let's bring this camera over here. Let's just knock that down just a little bit. Let's pop that like that. Here we go. You can see what I'm doing now. Let's try and get some building done, shall we? What do you think of the construction so far, Craig?
Yeah, it's really good. I was just thinking to myself, it's very much more. It's been built from inside out, like you would do if you were a mock process to get these shapes and angles. You'd start inside out. Sometimes you can tell they've worked on the outside first and then broken it down and then started building the inside. Yeah. Sometimes with the Speed Champions trying to get the angles, you can see they've done that. There's no way you could do that. They've thought about the angle of getting it right first and building that side panel.
Yeah, maybe that's where they started first as well.
Yeah,
because I would say that this is definitely like Speed Champions scale. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, I mean it is because it's using that chassis, so but it's obviously it's not far off, is it? What it would be, I think, when you look at it in the film.
Yeah, because I mean it's quite a big tank.
Dimensions of it compared to a car.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It's kind of like, how long roughly would it be in meters or yards or something like that?
I don't know if it tells me that in here.
Didn't you? You showed me a book earlier on, didn't you? You sent me
a
picture anyway.
I've got the Dark Knight manual. I always buy these stuff. I think they're fascinating.
Oh, yeah, I get the Star Wars ones of those.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is a big old one, though, isn't it?
No, this is my favourite one.
Strictly before Lego. Damn right, FLX. It's quality time with the missus.
This is my favourite book.
Oh, let's take a look at this book, folks. I love stuff like this. And you know what? I hope you do too, because there's some beautiful art in this.
And that is humongous.
Oh, that is a big one, isn't it? It's like a Batman Bible.
And the forwards are by Michael Keaton and Kevin Conroy.
Oh, wicked.
It's got everything, all the comic book history and film history in it.
That is pretty cool, isn't it? Loving that, mate. Is that an IDK book? No, it's from DC. It's Insight Editions, apparently. Oh yeah, I suppose DC would do their own versions of that, wouldn't they? Really, that kind of makes sense, I suppose.
The definitive history of the Dark Knight in comics, film, and beyond. It's quite an interesting read because it takes you through all those periods when they first came, and then through into the 60s. Talks about the TV series, the impact that had on comic sales. Obviously, it all dropped off after the 60s TV series was cancelled. Did it really? Yeah, the comic sales dropped off, and it wasn't really when I was reading through it till you sort of the big hitters came on board and started writing for Batman, like Frank Miller and everything, that started to pick up again.
Oh yeah, I never knew that actually because I've always liked the '60s version of the Batman. It's kind of a fun take on Batman, isn't it? Let's face it. Um,
Well, it made him
yeah,
mainstream, didn't it? Because it was very comic-y.
but
Not
it
many
was, in
people.
all honesty, and to me, is it me? Right, I've always felt that they did it in a really high quality Technicolor. It always seems like it's HD, even back
Yeah,
in the
it
day.
was a good quality. I mean, they built that car for crying out loud. You don't have to do that on a TV series, do you? In those days, build the
No,
car
that's
from
true.
scratch,
Actually.
from the ground up.
And it is one of my favourite Batmobiles. Like it really is, folks. And I'm not just saying that. And the Lego set for this year, I love it. I think it's one of the best budget sets this year, if not the best budget set this year. I really do. Now, ABS says it's cooking and lurking for family Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving today, isn't it? For people in Canada, isn't it? I believe.
What are they thankful for in Canada?
I don't know. It's just their Thanksgiving. I just think it's their Thanksgiving today. I'm sure I heard Kevin from On Board Toys talking about it the other day. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving to all my friends in Canada, folks. It goes, when I hear Craig talking about designing process and tech about builds, I realise how such a Bob Basic builder.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Usually, it's imagination. That's what it's all about.
Practice as well.
It is honestly practice. That's why I want to get into building more modulars, and I've got literally a street's worth of modulars to build, folks. I really have. Hey, Ray Seymour, it goes, I have a choice to make: 1966 Batmobile, the Tumbler. Ooh, that's a good question, actually. Do you know what? I don't know how to answer that.
I would go with, at the moment, and I'm only like on bag 2, the Tumbler's a better build. So if we're talking from a Lego point of view, I've learned more on this than I have on the.
Yes, that's a good point, actually. The building process, the designing of it, you will learn more from that. In terms of it, you know, they're very contrasted. They look completely different.
Yeah.
For nostalgia, go for the 66 one. For the Legos perspective, maybe go for this one.
If I was driving to a convention and I wanted to go in a Batmobile, it'd be nice. And I have actually sat in one. It would be nice to go in the 60s Batmobile. But if I was having an everyday car, the 89's too long. You'd never park it anywhere, even though it can spin around. The Tumbler would just be great because you could just leave it anywhere. It wouldn't matter, would it?
No,
that's true. And you can drive it across rooftops if you want, get past traffic.
Yeah, I doubt you could even give that a parking ticket, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Right, let's find that.
Council will probably try, don't they?
Yeah, they'll try anything. Put a ticket on it. Now, where's those pieces then? Okay, interesting.
I tell you what, you've got to keep your wits about you as well. It ain't a simple one.
No, it isn't actually. That's kind of weird. It goes like that, then that, then that. Let's pop it there. Yeah, that's good. And then.
Nearly boo boo.
Yeah, do you know what? I think even I've made a mistake. Well, let's see what I can do about that. It's not a big one, mind, but let's find those. Right, they go on there like so.
So when you get to the end of a bag and you realise you've got pieces left over, you go, oops.
Yeah, that can be a little bit unfortunate. This is weird. So that goes on there like that. It goes around like that, and we've got that. I put those in the wrong place, but let's see. Hey, oh, let's put that there. Do that bit again. Right. That goes like that, and then that goes in there like that. 100%. Yeah, that's right. So I wasn't wrong, right? And then, how does that work? Oh, that's weird. I've never seen that technique used before.
Which one?
I thought, well, here, right? I'm putting these. So I'm putting these pieces. Step 58.
Okay.
And I'm putting the slopes on. But when you look at the image looks like it's made of two different elements. Not that L-shaped one. It looks like it's one of those funny corner slopes and another slope on there, but it's not. It's actually, it's my eye. It's tricking me. I see what you mean there. You have got to keep your wits about you because it's like an illusional sort of thing. But if you build it, folks, you know exactly what I mean. When you get to it, you're like, that's weird. It doesn't Like, how does that work? And it works completely fine. It's just that when you put that on there, that looks like one of those kind of slopes that as the angle taken out of it. It's kind of interesting. But again, something else I've learned. Let's put those on there. We've got a few of these on this one as well. We've got 3 windshields on this, or windscreens, as they say in.
Every set these days has these bread loaf pieces in them, and they're great pieces, but I don't have a lot of them. And every time I use them, I'm like, I must order a load of these bread loaves. Yeah, they call them a bread loaf piece. It's like a little 1x1 with a tiled curved top, but it's raised up.
Oh, I call those. Those remind me of bullion bars.
Yeah, I think it's a cranky thing. She's got me calling them bread loaves.
I call them bullion bars because I think they remind me of gold. Gold bullion.
Where are they on my board? I know I saw them this morning because I realised I ain't got many. Can't see them now.
Oh, there we go, and that goes on there like that. So you can bet your life later on, folks. There's something going to be hooking into that.
1x1 curved double, it's called.
A curved double.
1x1 curved double. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Foolin's loving the 60s Batmobile. I do as well, mate. If I could have that as a car, especially with the blaster on the back of it as well, that would look good, wouldn't it? Oh,
that's how many I've got, people. None.
Zilcho. Really enjoyed this build. Pairs so nicely with the 60s Batmobile, which was released earlier this year. 100% Blockhead 23. I've been watching your stuff as well on Instagram, mate. Good to have you here. Do you know what? I agree. I think it looks amazing. I'll do a picture later on with it. But I will say this, folks. I really enjoyed building the remote control one. Let me just show you. I've got it here, thank goodness. I must have thought about showing it off earlier on. But there we go. This is the remote control one.
You'll have to take me off big screen to show them.
Oh yeah, I will. I'm just gonna do this. Here we go. Look, this is the one I built on Wednesday, folks. If you want to watch it back, maybe I'll put something in the description below. But this is remote control. And I'm not joking. It's putting me excellent. It's a really good size. But the Batman in this, the Batman is very good. That is probably my favourite Batman. There we go. He's awesome. Look at that printing, all over printing. It's fantastic. And I'm a sucker, an absolute sucker for trans red, folks. I really, really am. Anyway, let's pop in now.
I was planning on rebuilding that one into the tank that you shared from Dark Knight Returns.
Yes, that would be good. I'd like to see that. I'm a big, massive fan of the Dark Knight Returns. I really am, folks. That was Frank Miller in his prime, in all honesty. It really was. What an amazing book. But anyway, anyone who's just popping in, do us a little favour, folks. There's quite a few out of you watching. Do us one little favour. Maybe if you wanted to participate in that survey, hit that button and let me know what you're voting on. And let me know in the chat as well. I'll be interested to know what you've gone for. And also, so while you're here, do us a favour. Give us a little thumbs up because it helps get other peeps in as well. And it kind of tells people, you know, what we're all about, what we're doing and all that jazz. So let's get these. Now, am I right in saying, right, what do you call these? Is that like an anti-stud tile?
Yeah.
It is an inverted tile. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
It is called tile, 2x2 tile inverted, that.
You know, I was right, folks. Look, there we go. It's going to clip on that. So there we go. We're going to get that kind of split screen effect by doing that. And then that pulls around like so. There you go. It's good, isn't it? Nice effect. So that's that. Let's get this in there. Let's do those.
I went and looked at the big tumbler last night after the stream. And it does look really good in certain angles, especially from the top. Yeah. But the price is £210. You know when you said it's about 180 quid?
That's what I thought it would be, in my head anyway.
Compared to the dollars. £210 it is for it. It's got 1,000 and something less pieces than the 1989 Batmobile. One less figure, and it's £10 cheaper. That seems weird to me,
That is quite odd, actually. Do you know what? I think that feels to me that they're delving into the psyche of the people that missed out on the first one.
Yeah, it does, like an exploitation, because the 1989, if I had to say to anybody, the original Tumbler, I would say I haven't had the new Tumbler or the 1989, haven't even built the 1989, but I'd still go for the 1989. I think it looks better, and I know it's got features, whereas the Tumbler just hasn't got anything other than you can open it up, but so it doesn't have pop-out guns.
To me, the Tumbler is a classic. I'll get it on double VIP points or something like that.
But like I said, if it's a Smith, which I think it is, I've seen it in Smith actually.
Oh, they always do
They'll
like they do a good deal. Craig, I'm actually astonished you haven't got the 1989 Batmobile.
I have.
Oh, you have got it, but you're not built it yet.
I got it on release because that's how I got the gift with purchase.
Oh yeah, that was a good gift.
And I just haven't built it, and I've got the space for it on the shelf. I keep putting it off because I know I'm really going to enjoy it. So it's like a lot of stuff I don't build because I haven't got anywhere to put it, so it ends up in the loft. But this one is like I'd want to build it at like Christmas time, and I think I got too busy last Christmas to do it. So
yeah, well, here's the thing, folks. Right, 1989 Batmobile. Right, not only is it my favorite build of all time, bear in mind I'm a big Star Wars fan. The minifigure as well is my favorite minifigure, as the Michael Keaton Batman. I just think it's just different to everything else, and I love it for that. I really do.
I've got that one because it came with the Batwing, which I built.
Yeah. Si's giving out some love out there to Blockhead23. Thank you, Si. I hope you're having a good day, my friend. I'll be seeing him a little bit later on Lego Danny Bob's live stream for 12 hours. It's going to be epic, isn't it? We had a good old chat last night as well afterwards. It's funny, folks, when you see a live stream, the live stream continues on for about 50% longer when we finish those live streams. It really does. We have a good old chinwag afterwards. We really do.
Yeah, they kick us out so that Si and Greg can talk about us after we've gone.
We've got to talk business, haven't we, Si?
Did you see what he did? He dropped his shark. Woohoo! Big gold.
That was funny actually last night. I might need to put that on a reel or something like that.
Yeah, at least I fixed it.
Yeah, fixed it. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I do like a little highlights reel. But I've got to start packing for holiday. I'm going on holiday tomorrow. And
where are you actually going? Are you actually going somewhere and still streaming?
No, I'll be back. In time.
Right, okay. You have to tell me exactly where you're going. So you're obviously not going too far.
I'm not going abroad. Right. I have. That's a weird place to put that. I went to. I'm quite happy to go to America for a weekend. Like I've done that. I've done that a couple of times.
You've got family there, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got family there. I'm just jump on a plane and just go there for the weekend. I've done it before, folks. I've gone on a Thursday. I've been back Sunday night.
Okay.
You don't get jet lag, believe me. You don't sleep, but you don't get jet lag neither. But sometimes it's just easier that way. I'd rather see my family than not see them. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get this. But I'm curious, actually. What got you into Batman, Craig? Because you are, you are probably my go-to man for Batman Lego and stuff like that.
I'm not really a Lego Batman expert at all. Didn't even get a lot of the first sets. I think it was in Germany. I got the Batmobile when it first came out.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, but you've built you're building a Batcave and stuff like that, aren't you?
Yeah, I think that's more because I built one when I was a kid. It was one of those things that I built as a kid. I wanted to recreate the stuff that I built, like the Thunderbirds, the Aquazone, anything that I built as a kid. I wanted to redo when I had more Lego and more time and more skill level to do stuff, better parts.
Yeah,
but I was more of I was just a Batman comic book fan. I used to just love reading the comics when I was a kid. I mean, we didn't have all the stuff that kids have got as distractions. Comic books were those. I would read them over and over again, and then you'd wait to the newsagents for the next.
Yeah, I used to get really excited about that sort of thing. Yeah. I used to love collecting comics when I was a kid. Every Thursday or Friday morning, I think it was, folks. It'll pop through the door, and honestly, I was literally glued to it. I can read a comic, and it would just take me away. Like literally, I look like I'm frozen in time. It's a wonderful thing.
I had a paper round, so I used to get them early as well.
Yeah, I used to wait for the paper boy to put it through it. I used to go, no, he's creased it or something like that when he's done it.
Used to come out with my wages, so that at the end of the week, it would be deducted the subscription to the comic book. Yeah.
Red Carney says, I kind of want the new Batmobile from the forthcoming movie as well, not the Technic one. I don't like. Does anyone like that Technic one?
Yeah, I do like it. Yeah,
you do like it, but to me, it looks like it's been flattened. It really does.
Yeah, I know, but it's got some cool techniques on it. So I mean, you don't have to display it, but it's got a lot of clever stuff done with the engine at the back. So and when the film comes out, if it's not quite right, you can tweak it, can't you? And then you've modded it.
And that's the thing. I mean, people were saying that the car looks like the Ghost Rider car. Well, that might be the case, but that's not Lego's fault. That's just the car looks like. It just looks like it.
It's got a bit of Dodge Charger to it, hasn't it?
100%. Yeah, 100% Dodge Charger. There's no doubt about that. It's probably going to replace the Dodge Charger as well that you get in what's that film? The Fast and Furious. That one, isn't it?
Dom's Charger.
Yeah, Dom's Charger. It's probably going to replace that one.
The other thing is as well, when you look at the film. Yeah. They're all like going, oh, I don't like this and I don't like that. And it's like, well, go back and read comics then from year one, because that film looks like those comics. So they've Matt Reeves doesn't make bad movies. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. And I question them casting the Batman, but I questioned Ben Affleck as well, and I thought he was brilliant. So what do I know?
Arguably, Ben Affleck's my favourite ever Batman. It really is.
I mean, the only questionable casting so far has been George Clooney, hasn't it? Really, even Val Kilmer was better than George Clooney.
Yeah, but you say that, but Nicole, who's out there in the chat at the moment, she loves a bit of Clooney.
I don't think it was his fault. He's just not Batman, is he?
Well, no, but it wasn't a good film, though, was it? That was the thing.
Yeah, and he wanted a good freeze.
I think. Do you know what it was? In my opinion, I think he was actually a good Bruce Wayne. Because I think Michael Keaton was a good Batman, but I don't think he was a good Bruce Wayne.
No, yeah, I think he may be slightly better than the others, but then I think Ben Affleck's been the better. Yeah, never mentioned Batman and Robin. Well, that is true. It's still not a bad film. You just got to take the cringe out of it. But that's Joel Schumacher. It's his style. They should have just let Tim Burton carry on or not make him.
Yeah, I agree actually. But did I hear right that Tim Burton has never actually watched Batman or read a Batman comic?
No, he wasn't a Batman fan.
I kind of find that weird. It was a bit like Robert Wise when he did Star Trek, the motion picture. They'd never watched Star Trek. It's like, well, no, it doesn't feel like any of the Star Wars, the Star Trek series. I mean, I love the film. It's one of my favorite films, actually, folks. But because it's so different to all the other versions of the films. But I do question, I mean, if you get a job like that, to direct one of the biggest franchises, even back then, folks, it was a massive franchise. And it's like, yeah, okay, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna watch any of the series to kind of get an idea of what the characters are like. A bit weird to me, but that was a rushed film, Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and we're going to get a 4K version of it soon, which I'm actually super excited about.
It's so boring at times, that film.
Well, but you see, that's I'm going to say that's why I like it, which doesn't put me in good light. But what I will say about that movie, it's beautiful. The music is phenomenal, and it's a gorgeous movie to look at. I don't really care about the story. The story, actually, you could take
the story. It's just the slow parts.
Yeah, you could take out from that movie. You could make it at the very least half an hour shorter.
Yeah, and
you still get the story. But the effects at the time, the story behind it. I mean, what a lot of people don't realise is that actually that grossed more than Star Wars. But because the film cost so much to actually make, it didn't make as much money as Star Wars. It was a bit like, basically, Star Wars was made on a budget. I mean, that film, Star Trek: The Motion Picture, cost $58 million. $58 million in 1979. That's a mental amount of money. Oh, look at that. I'm loving the way these screens come together on there.
Yeah, it's clever, isn't it?
Dude, that is magic. Folks, I'm going to have to take a photograph of that.
I'm getting that vibe that it's very mock-like building this. So if anybody fancies a bit of a different style of building, I would definitely get this. It's got a nice parts usage as well.
It's got a nice parts usage. I like that. It's a phrase that a lot of people do like to use. Parts usage.
Yeah.
Structural integrity. That's one I hear a lot. I thought, what?
Yeah.
There we go. He's built well, in other words, folks. I love it, though. I love it. Everyone's questioned casting Heath Ledger as the Joker as well. Yeah, good point. And look at him, arguably the best Joker of all time. I actually preferred him. I did prefer him to Jack Nicholson. I thought,
Yeah, million times. Jack Nicholson's rubbish. Everyone goes on about. I've never liked his portrayal.
I got to be honest. I never liked his portrayal of the Joker that much. I didn't quite believe him. I don't know if it was me, but I liked him. I think he was good, but I expected more from Jack Nicholson. In all honesty.
Well, I don't think he was bad. I think he acted it very well, but I don't think it was the right part for him. When you look at how Marvel have cast actors in roles, they've got it spot on. It was almost like we need a big name to try and sell this movie. Because he just doesn't look anything like the Joker. The Joker was a tall, stalky, creepy guy, not a short guy who was full of one-liners like he was, and he just doesn't play it right.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Sometimes they want to get the particular actor in to just play the part, just because they'll pull the punters in. Yeah. But
it's why the Dark Knight trilogy is a better set of films, because Nolan was such a huge fan.
Yeah, that was a really good. That was a good set. That was a good trio of movies. It really is.
It's clever when you do your play to your strengths, which is, if you'd have taken it any further, it wouldn't have worked. So a lot of people were sad that it ended with 3 films, like they wanted more. They didn't want the end as it was, which is why I think some people think The Dark Knight Rises isn't as good, but he knew that he couldn't take it any further, so it was time to move it on. They just needed to do a similar thing that they've done in Marvel, didn't they, really? And they just wouldn't stick with Zack Snyder, unfortunately, because I think it would have worked. They'd have had a bit more faith in him.
Yeah, it was strange, wasn't it? Because they gave Zack Snyder a load of money to crack on, and
it didn't do very well, because it was aimed at an adult audience, which is how it should be, and not a kiddie audience. They shouldn't have judged it by, box office sales, really. If they'd done that as a TV series, it would have been a massive hit.
Yeah, that would have been, actually.
So they're competing with Marvel, going toe to toe, do something different. Now you've let Marvel corner the market for everything. They're doing because DC were like the kings of animation. Their graphic novel films are like the best.
I agree.
Marvel's in it. Marvel's doing animation, getting it all out there. They've got the streaming service.
That Spider-Man, Enter the Spider-Verse, I thought that's the best animated superhero film I've ever seen. And you know what? There's a couple of other superhero movies out there that I think are very good as well, folks. Do check them out. One of them is called The Watchmen. I think that's an amazing film. And do you know what? I'll tell you one of my favorite ever superhero trilogies, and it's not one that ever comes to mind straight away, Craig, and that's Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, Samuel Jackson.
Good one, that one. It's a bit of a parody on comic books, isn't it?
It is, actually. It's very clever.
The colours.
Yeah.
Did you ever notice the colours that they did?
Yeah.
They used green, didn't they? Because green was very popular in comic books for superheroes for Bruce, and purple was very popular for baddies.
Yeah. But he made a point of it. The chiseled chin, even. Sorry, folks, couldn't wrap my tongue around that word. Right, bag 3 folks are up to. Bricks O'Brien in the house as well, asking a question about Joaquin Phoenix. What do we think about him as a Joker? I thought he was amazing. It doesn't work in the DC universe, but I think what I found quite scary about that film, quite thrilling, in fact, Bricks O'Brien, is that it felt very real. It felt to me like you're watching someone having a very slow mental breakdown in their life, and an extreme one as well, and not necessarily one, it was kind of brought upon him in some respects. And I find that film so interesting from a human perspective, because it feels quite real. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's extreme in some places, but it's quite dark.
That's exactly what's wrong with that film. It's too real. It's not comic book enough.
Yeah, and that's that. I
great
agree.
Film. Absolutely great film, but standalone for me.
But 100% standalone. Yeah, like you wouldn't put that Joker, like you compare that Joker to, say, Keith Ledger, a completely different universe. See, that Joker would not go around with bombs tied to his jacket or anything like that. He's not that sort of scale. This one was dark because it was like a lone wolf. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it. It's like a lone wolf, and that I found intriguing. And yeah. Do you know what? The funny thing, and this again, I found quite scary about that film, is that actually for what we would class maybe as a psychopath, I'm not really sure. He actually had morals as well. There's certain people he wouldn't kill because actually they were nice to him. And to me, that was something that was a bit darker. I was like, oh God, he's got that, he's got that level about him that I kind of found chilling. And that's probably the best way of describing that movie, chilling, but fascinating at the same time as well. That's my kind of quick thought on it. I thought it was the same, very chilling. Oh, he said it there. Almost too relatable to what we're seeing. Yeah, I completely agree. I really do. It was, but it's a good film. It's a really good film. Great, very well acted. Hey, Lego loser, good to see you. Loving the Avatar, I really am. Bricks O'Brien goes on to say, barefoot, all good. Red Carnage says, personally, I think that Joaquin was trying hard to be the Joker, unlike Heath Ledger, who I reckon was the best Joker, hands down. Well, arguably, and I'm just throwing it out there, folks, one of my favourite Jokers, right? Not only does he look like him, he sounds like him. To me, he epitomises the Joker. That's the Joker from the 1966 Batman series. Yeah, I think he very much. I think he was a better Joker than Jack Nicholson. Personally, just throw that one out there.
He was a Joker of the time. Like again, Joker got reinvented to be a more, what's the word to describe it? A better villain for Batman, like the ultimate villain. He got made better in the comics from the writers that did him. Yeah, and no one's really managed to portray that properly. So I think what Heath did was, he thought, I'll do my version of Joker, and that worked because it was the nuttiness, the clever calculations, the fact that it was, to be fair to him as well, it was written well for him. The writing for the Joker character was good, but the only person who's really portrayed him properly is probably Mark Hamill, but obviously he hasn't done him as, he's only done the voice for the anime.
Yeah.
If you want to know what the Joker should be, the classic animated series is, in my opinion, the quintessential Joker, really.
He makes a pretty good Skeletor as well, in all honesty, as well, does Mark Hamill. Yeah. But yeah,
he's so talented, isn't he? You wouldn't think he got a big break playing, as a young actor playing that character in Star Wars, and he could have been completely typecasted from, well, he would have been, but he went into voice acting, and he's done some fantastic.
Yeah. He's a very good voice actor. And I think he's got quite a decent cult following, in all honesty. His old Mr. Hamill. Like a bit of Hamill, really do. It's interesting. People like different Jokers for different reasons. People like different Batmans for different reasons. But you know what, folks? In their own kind of way.
Exactly.
They're all unique. They're all special. And sometimes they're just of their time. And that's it,
Yeah, that's the good thing about it, isn't it? The period of time that you. So for me, as a kid reading the comic books, I know what I want. So I'm just giving you my opinion on what I think of a Batman and Joker from reading the comics and picking the bits out of it. But like you say, if you grew up in the '60s watching the '60s Batman, then that's going to be your quintessential as well.
That's it, mate.
Especially if you read the comics in that time, because they were very, the very early one. Even his first appearance is very kapow, wham, bam, and all that in the comic. They didn't really know how to write him until later on when they made it more brooding.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, folks. This is for you, Bricks O'Brien, right? One of the last DC collectible minifig series that came out portrayed a very dark version of the Joker, and that particular version of the Joker was this version of the Joker, and this particular version of the Joker is. I
know which one you're on about. I've got him up there.
It's like extreme darkness, and do you know what? To a certain degree, let me see what page that is, because I've got something there I want to show you as well. And here we go. This is him. This Batman, this Joker here Let's see if I got a better picture of him. This one here, right? There we go. Oh, actually, let me make that a little bit bigger because I've got another picture I want to show you, folks. Is a really good Batmobile here that I'm wondering one day they might even make it. This one was portrayed. That Joker there was portrayed recently in the CMF series. That is a very dark Joker, written by Frank Miller. Bricks O'Brien, I'm sure you would have probably read this comic, The Dark Knight Returns. It's got an amazing storyline between Batman and, of course, Superman. If you haven't read it, please, my friend, if you've got an hour or two to spare, read it. How about that for a Batmobile, folks? We might get that one day. I'd have some of that. That's for sure. That's ginormous. Look at it. That's it in action. How about that? That's what you want. But anyway, yeah, do check it out, folks. One of my favorite comics of all time, The Dark Knight Returns. That's what it's all about. So,
let me just switch it.
yeah, that is exactly why, Bricks O'Brien, I said the same thing. It was.
He's got that creepy face.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they've tried to butter him up a little bit with the
candy floss.
With the candy floss, but that, yeah,
it's really creepy though, isn't it?
It's a folly, yeah, 100% folly that is, yeah. For those, because a lot of people think, well, it's a very bland-looking Joker, but actually, it's perfection. It really is. And do you know what? I really just wrote it out there because it says we having to message him later. Really enjoyed your company on there last night, Bricks O'Brien on London Calling. It was a couple of newbies on last night, folks. Ryan from M&R Productions and Bricks O'Brien was on there as well. And do you know what? We had some phenomenal conversations last night as well. Really enjoyed it. It was.
I think the thing I like about Brian is he's natural on a stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes you feel comfortable watching him. I do enjoy watching him when I can. He just streams at odd times with him being an American.
Yeah, but we try and watch our friends in America as much as we can. But I've always been a fan of Bricks O'Brien because he does stuff with. I've seen him do stuff with Beyond the Brick, and he
takes the Mickey out of Josh, which is always good.
Exactly, and to be fair, Josh deserves it sometimes. What's going on with that beard, Josh? What's going on with that beard? That's what I want to know. What do you think you are, Thor or something? He's an Asgardian. Beyond the Asgardian. I'm only joking, Josh. If you happen to be watching, I hope all is well with you, my friend. There we go. Yeah, liking this. Lots of nice little detail. I like the this part here, folks. I think that's going to be some sort of wheel protector because you don't want your tyres getting shot at, and that kind of stops that when it's coming at you.
You wait till you get a bit further on it, and that's get tricky.
Yeah, I'm
determined.
I'm determined to finish this build, folks, in time. We're doing all right, actually. Hour and 10 minutes in. I think we're on time. He goes, yeah, I feel comfortable around you too, Craig. Oh, I'm glad someone does. Except for the Bambi Jang streams.
April makes me do it. She makes me do it.
April makes me do it.
I want to be one of the cool kids.
Right, let's turn that around then.
Just getting you back for releasing his email to everybody.
Oh God, yeah. Is there? That sounds like an interesting story.
Yeah, it's best watching it on Beyond the Brick. To be fair, it's hilarious.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
When Jan comes on it, I think.
Yeah, I like that.
The quarantine cast was brilliant on it, actually. To be fair,
I enjoyed that. Yeah, do you know? I think that was on. Was that a Friday? That was Fridays, wasn't it? I'm sure that used to come.
I used to have to watch them back.
Yeah,
I liked watching them back. So.
It used to come on just before I was getting ready for London Calling, and I'd watch it, and yeah, they're a good bunch. They are
just entertainment. It's keeping everybody entertained as well.
Yeah, and what I like about them though is that their stuff is different. And I like that. That's the thing with me, Bricks O'Brien. As I've got you here, your captivated audience. When I do my streams, I always have to name my streams. The backlog, the transatlantic live stream. I do that with Brick Hive, by the way. This stream, London Eye. This stream is just normally me, myself, and I. There's not normally other people on it. And if the people do come in, it's kind of friends that just pop in just to say hello and how you doing and all that kind of thing. Because I am gregarious by name, gregarious by nature. That's me all over, really. But seeing as my good friend Craig has a tumbler as well, I thought, we can share this one. And that's exactly what we're doing. Now, what is that part on there? Yeah.
What do you think about that bit?
What piece are you on now? What?
125.
Oh, okay. Oh, go on. Well behind you then. I'm on 88, which, funny enough, folks, was the number of London Calling last night. 88 straight weeks in a row, folks, for London Calling. How about that? A big question is, will I make it to 100? That's the idea.
I mean, you're gonna have to take a break at some point, unless you deputise.
I could do. Who knows? I really don't know. I suppose since we had been in lockdown, it's a lot easier. But I've even been on holiday before, folks, and I've still managed to stream London Calling, which has been kind of nice. I'm kind of it's my steward. It's my centerpiece. It's my jewel in the crown, so to speak. Let's find.
I think this is actually better than the big tumbler.
Do you reckon? This could be. Would it be funny though?
Bigger scale, it's hard to build detail at this level. So I'm learning loads from it at the same time, as well as just holding it each stage, thinking actually that is pretty impressive.
Well, that's an interesting point of view. So, what's been your favourite technique so far that you've learned from doing this?
It's probably using the angle part at the beginning to set that shape going, but then there's a nice bit with some clips. The interior's quite nice. I actually like simple things like the use of that green cheese slurp as like a heads-up display. I think that's a really clever, keeping it small. I often bulk that up too much so in my design, so it looks like the screen's too covered.
Yeah.
I never thought of using just a translucent cheese slurp to get that effect.
Yeah.
Pretty clever.
Well, Batman seems to be winning the vote at the moment as well. Loads of people voted for Batman. It's 58% so far. So if anyone's just dropped in, please do check out the survey, folks. I'm interested to know what your favourite Lego superhero is. Doesn't necessarily have to be your favourite hero, but because none of those actually I chose are my favourite personal superhero. It really isn't. But though I thought those four were pretty popular at the minute. And also as well, are you liking the tunes I've got in the background? Is it just hitting that right note for you? If you pardon the pun. Let me know your thoughts, though, because I'm always interested to know. I'm going to have to tweak things here and there. Right, where's that part? There's so much black in this, I'm getting blind. It's one of the first. What I will say about this build, I actually welcome a bit of grey. But you have got to keep your wits about you building.
Easier to build on a white table as well.
Yeah, I'm building mine on a dark brown table, so it's definitely makes it a little bit more of a challenge for me, folks. But we like a challenge, don't we? Especially if we're doing a live stream. Who we got out there? We've got ABC in the house as well. All bricks count. Hello, mate. Good morning to you, sir. Hope all is well in America. And we've got Cabbage Face Bricks. He was in yesterday as well, and London Calling last night, folks. Do check him out. He's got some good old Lego ideas on the go out there as well. We'll have him back on in a couple of weeks, and he can give us an update as to how they're doing and if he's done any updates for them as well. Barefoot Bricks has given out some love to him as well. Well deserved as well. Hope your week coming up is a good week, mate. Especially with all the shenanigans going on with your poor old leg as well. That's interesting.
If you're an athlete, Cabbage, that's what happens.
Yeah, but you don't really hear of many too athletic cabbages, do you, to be fair?
Well, there's always got the first one, I suppose.
Yeah, this is true, actually, but maybe there's a reason why he's discovered that there isn't. Just saying. I tell you, there is a lot of going on in this build.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You've got to keep... It's not the ideal one for a stream. You've got to keep your eye on what's going on. Wait till you get to the wheels.
Yeah, this is... What I will say about this is it's strong. It's a really strong, well-constructed set. Yeah, if anyone is kind of thinking, what set should I get? The 66 Batmobile or this? I would definitely hands down go for this one. And not because I just had a car sound in my head there. That's a sound effect. That's just a sound effect that I just threw in there accidentally, folks. Sorry about that. That made me laugh. Just the techniques in this is actually it's a really joyous thing to build.
If anybody know who designed this one, let me know because I can't look it up when I'm doing this.
Good shout. How did you find out who's designed them? Is that
Usually
BrickStagePass?
BrickStagePass tell you. If you look on the actual set, they usually list the designers sometimes.
Filling with Brick says, how's your shoulder? I start physiotherapy next week. Thank you, Barry. It's still pretty bad. I've had the cortisone injection in it, but it hasn't done anything, in all honesty. It really hasn't. But we'll see. He'll get there in time. I'm sure it's helped. But that's not the primary problem. The primary problem I've got with that shoulder, with this shoulder here, is that I've snapped a tendon. And it's the tendon that goes from your bicep through your shoulder, and it's called a snap tendon or something like that. Anyway, but I've got to fix the frozen shoulder before I can get to that one. But it's coming together. It's not stopping me from doing too many things at the moment, so I can't really complain, folks. There's certainly worse things. And I tell you what, if I had the choice of my shoulder being busted, and it really was busted, or an Achilles tendon going, I think I'd go for the shoulder any day. So now look at this, folks. I'm putting the top onto the canopy. Well, I say canopy, it's a cockpit, really, in all honesty. But there we go. Look at that. I mean, it's just everything about this is strong. Look at that. It's really good. The shaping, the way they've gone about the shaping is phenomenal, folks. Honestly, if you even so much as kind of are sitting on the fence, or shall I buy this set, or shall I? Do yourself a favor, get one of the best sets of the year, because this is it. I'm not joking. And I think a lot of people, right, are going to compare this to the more expensive one that comes out and sort of think, oh, was it worth it? Because this is displayable. This is a play set, but it's also, in my opinion, very displayable. And you know what? I'm going to be doing, not too long from now, certainly before I go to the cabin, or in that transitional time, I'll do a tour of this studio and
you decommission it.
I'll decommission it, yeah. We'll have a little send-off. The send-off will be basically giving you a tour of it. But when I go down into the new place, it'll be like starting afresh, really, to a certain degree. I've kind of set up a few basic lighting areas, and the sound might be all wrong at first and all that sort of thing. But, you know, between you and me and everyone else, folks, we'll just kind of work through it, really, you know, and over time. And that's why I don't mind not going out buying all the expensive cameras and that initially, because I kind of like to enjoy things and grow it. I don't want to get everything and then sort of tweak it away and stuff like that. I'll have a good foundation down there, folks. And then we'll kind of put it all together, you know what I mean? A bit like a Lego set, really. A bit like doing this Lego set. I'll tell you what, I'm really enjoying this. Some strange things that you build in this as well. And you sort of think, where are we going with this Lego? But I'm loving it.
Whoever said it's designed by, I'm not saying that. I'm not going to pronounce that right, if that's correct.
Ooh, Woontiz Chi.
I'd like to know what else he's done.
I think that might be that's an Asian name. That's for sure.
Definitely buying some sets that
the
he's
price
designed
this set
again.
is awesome. Yeah, that's what I think. I think, Barry, really good set. You're going to learn a lot doing this. You know, it's just clever. Oh, I'm liking these the way these go on as well. Oh, where's that gone? Oh, okay. So there we go. I've got a wing section to put on here. This is cool. Have you bought the Batwing?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, it's on the wall behind me.
Is it any good? Because it's one that I've never.
It's a really good build as well.
No,
Everyone was reading about it because it's a flat, but it actually works. And the way that it's built up the strength as well, you'd expect them not to fill in the gaps.
Yeah,
they do fill in the gaps.
Because that's one that I would get, and it'd be great for me because I'd be like, oh, fantastic! I've got white walls.
Yeah,
that Batwing would look amazing on it. So maybe
nice.
Smiths might do one of those bundles, you know, with the new Batmobile and the Batwing. God, how does that go?
It's a really good set. I really enjoyed it. It's a lot bigger than you think as well when you're building it.
Oh, I see.
I was building it next to the Falcon at the time, and I was really surprised how big it was compared to the Falcon.
Yeah. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're doing all right. Yeah, that's one thing I'm looking forward to when I go to the cabin is I just really want to do a big long stream. Like when I mean long, folks, I mean like maybe 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, or I don't know, just a long one. That's all. I might do that with some of the big sets. I'll just start building them. Like I've got all the big Ninjago sets to build, and I just might wait and tell me what you think. I certainly wouldn't expect anybody to watch it all day long or nothing like that. But I just sort of think to myself, instead of just building it, but me myself, I might just turn the camera on and go live, and then as people pop in, just say hello to them and stuff like that. Because I suppose I'm a Lego YouTuber after all. I might as well just do it live. Because that's how I can accelerate getting the city built. But even then, do you know what? I don't even particularly want to build that super quick. Not that I have anyway.
I don't think you can. There's too much rearranging when you're building a city. You've got to stop and move stuff around, and it's taken me a while to do mine.
I've never once come across a Lego YouTuber who's like, especially when they come to the end of their videos, they say, yeah, I'm going to do this and that for next time. And then the next video comes out and it's like, yeah, I scrapped all that idea. That's pretty much what everyone does because they think of other things. I am going down the Mills route, folks. That's for sure. So that's the first thing I need to do, build up loads of Mills sets, I suppose.
That bit's quite fun. I quite enjoyed it. I mean, you've got to get the tiles off. It's a pain in the butt. But it's nice to do on a night, when you're watching the telly, you can just crack on with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can do that on like side stream and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you can chat away and just building loads of Mills plates and, of course, then converting. But I've only got 3 modulars that I've done, so it's not a big deal for me.
I've done Assembly Square, Corner Garage, Detective's Office, and Brick Bank because the police station I'd already built on Mills when I got out of the box. It was the first one.
Do you know what? The police station was the first one I ever built. And between you and me, it's one of my faves out of all of them. It really is. I just think it's beautiful. I really do. We've got Isabel Louise in the house. She goes, I think he designed the Hogwarts clock tower too, if I'm not mistaken. I need to find a list of what designers build what, because I actually fancy doing a theme on my channel with a particular designer. So if the designer brings out a new set, I'll buy it. Let me know what you think about that, folks. That's an idea straight off the bat there. He designed Hogwarts Express. Now there's a set that I'm definitely got. I've got a couple of those. I'll be building that for the for the new city. I said the new city. It's Legondon, folks. Kind of Legondon reboot. There will be a train, and I here's the thing, right? Let me know what you think, folks. Do you want me to start off with the train set? I've got 3 modulars. That's it, really. I've got a few roads. I can put them away and we can get them out another time. But would you like me to start off with the buildings first in the city, or would you like me to build the train track and put that and then build the city around that? Tell me what you think about that. Train track first or buildings first? Let me know what you think, folks. Just put train track first or buildings.
Just see what they say.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Would you like to see something moving initially, a bit of life into it first? Or would you like to see the static buildings and, I work around the buildings as opposed to the buildings working around the track? Different way of approaching it, folks. Let me know what you think about that. I'm genuinely interested to know what
you thinking, because it's rock hard to build a city and then put trains in. It's easy to do the trains first. Tracks are limiting.
Yeah, Tommy, I have heard of Brixie, 100%. He's living the dream at the moment. He really is. He's in land now as well, which is kind of cool, which is good for him. But yeah, he does a lot of streams and stuff like that. I don't get to watch him too often, but yeah, no, I do know of him, and I used to watch a lot more of him a while ago, certainly since before he moved into his new pad. But yeah, he's a nice guy. What can I say? He's a good lad. So yeah.
And Jang City's still the best for me.
Oh, Jang City's massive. And to be fair, that is Jang's passion.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It really is. Quite understandably as well, because Jang's quite creative. He's a good guy, and his detail as well. His detail's phenomenal. Yeah, and I really appreciate that. It's the little things, and I'd really appreciate that. And I try and do stuff like that myself, especially when it comes to audio. That's why I think I'm listening to the music, folks, which I'm just going to restart as well. And I've you know what it's like. You just copy and paste in loads of tracks of music, because that's what this is. It's a playlist from that long. And every now and again, it's only happened. There's 3 on there. There's sound effects on there. You guys probably wouldn't even hear it, but I've heard a couple of them, and it's like I've got to take that out of there. Something I didn't take out. Anyway, bag 3 is nearly done. I'm putting on sort of like the armor stuff, which I'm liking as well. You get these on mechs. I'm really, really digging the gold and black. God, how good does that go? Like, really good. I think Jang was quite happy with this set, you know.
Yeah.
I know Ryan was. He was saying that last night, folks.
I haven't seen anybody who hasn't, actually. Well,
yeah.
Nobody that I watch, anyway.
Do you know what, right? I've got a few Batman sets now, and I don't think I've ever had a bad Lego Batman set. I really haven't. Oh, that's unusual. Look, why have I got this left over?
What is it?
I've got a 2x3 plate left over.
Is it off the front? Right at the very front of the.
Well, there is a 2x3 plate could go on there.
Unless you've already got one on, there is only one that goes on that front slot piece.
All right, let's find out where I've not put it then. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, so it would have gone there. I think I found already where I not put it. I think it was this one, wasn't it? No, that's there all right.
I picked up on the bit as well that Jang said about the light bluish grey clips at the back. I'm not sure about them. I might change them. Stand out quite a bit.
I might just have a spare plate, I think.
Is it a black 2x3?
Yeah, I mean, you got it for the wing areas, but you can't construct it without both wings, both of those 2x3s. So I wouldn't miss that.
Which step were you finishing on?
Oh, that was it. The end of bag 3. So
so it's before then.
I'm just going through it now. Maybe it was on the side panel. Oh yeah, it might be the side panel. Survey says no, because that's that.
Yeah, there's one under each side of the black wing piece. There's a 2x3 there.
Well, that's a grey one though, isn't it?
Now there's where the actual black Technic wing type pieces.
Yeah,
I've got sticking up.
Yeah, I've got one at each end on that.
Yeah, there should be a black 2x3 at the very end of that after the gold clips on each side.
I think I found it. Yeah, there we go. I found it. That's cool. So it goes here, folks. There we go. It just goes in there. It reinforces the wing area. That's good. The reason I missed that is because it's black. It's me going on about, God, for once I'm pining for a bit of grey. There we go. 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 And we put that on there. There we go. And that's where that goes. So let's just go back to the right one. And that ends up looking like...
that is pretty cool.
You've probably nearly finished your one there, haven't you, mate?
I'm finished.
Oh, good stuff. Well, let's take a look at it. Give us a rundown. I'm interested to know, right? Tell us, start off with the face value. What do you think of it? Do you like the look of it? And then tell us what you felt about the build. Because I don't know about you lot out there, but I'm picking up a good vibe from Craig on this one.
Let me just switch over. Yeah, I think, right. So I think the look of it's perfect. I don't think you could have done any better with what's available. And that's what I was talking about, the new one. The new one does that cut in, whereas the old one's very flat from back to front, the UCS one. Whereas the new one's very sleeker. It's a really enjoyable build. The techniques on it I'll use again. Even stuff like the side things on clips. It's quite clever. Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
And Craig, what are the tyres like?
Probably the best you've got in the inventory to use for it. They're pretty accurate, I think. I'm looking at the. I need to look at the actual movie specs. Yeah, they probably would be a little bit more bobbly, but I don't think they do one. I don't think they do a tire. I'll show you. I don't think they do a tire like that in like a. But it's not far off. Look. So let's see if we can get them. It's hard to do it reversing it. Spin it around.
It's not a bad one, though, is it, mate?
Yeah, it's not far off, is it? I'm not golly-handed enough to do this.
You got enough hands.
Yeah,
it does. It looks like the real deal from the back, though.
It's pretty. Bring that one across. It's not far off at all, is it?
No, that's pretty good, man. That is pretty damn good.
You think it's been done with bricks at that price point as well, in that scale and size? Pretty impressive.
Yeah, pretty wicked, man. Wicked indeed. Nice one. Like that. Well, I'm on the last bag now, so I'm not doing too bad at all. I think we actually might get this done dead on time. What can I say? What do you lot think out there as well? Like, are you enjoying this stream as well? I'm always interested to know, folks. Give us a thumbs up if you just jumped in. Cabbage is still out there. It says that set looks so good. It really does, mate. It really does. Journal of the Scots. Welcome to the stream, my friend. And you know what, Journal? If you're new around here and you think, oh, this guy's all right. He seems to know what he's talking about. Well, it's a bit of fun anyway. Do us a favour. Hit that subscribe button, mate. Become a big part of the LBB family. It'd be good to have you here. It really would do. Journey of the Scots, or Journal of the Scots, I should say. You look like you're into your Star Wars, mate. And I'm liking what you've done there with your Luke Skywalker and Grogu figure as well. Very, very clever.
It's in the back cave, Rel.
Does it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the nice thing with the back cave. You can have all the different platforms set out, can't you? Doing all that.
Well, I got a garage. It's meant to have a garage behind and underneath, but actually just sat on the turntable. It looks quite nice.
Let's do a picture of that. Isabel, Louise, she's building away as well. I really enjoy building whilst people are doing their live streams as well, Isabel. I really do. Lucky to have you here, and hope you're enjoying building your sets with us. Just so you know as well, Sai and I are going to be building on Halloween, the eve of Halloween on the Saturday. We're going to be building some hidden side sets as well. We're going to do a long stream, actually. I think it's going to be like 2 hours on my channel and 2 hours on his channel. So watch out for that, folks. That'll all be coming up in due course, as always. And you know what? Do yourself a favour. If you want to know what I'm up to, or Craig, follow us on Instagram. We're there, folks. We really are, along with all you lovely peeps out there as well, like Cy O'Connor and Barry from Fooling with Bricks. He's out there. You know what? It's quite interesting to see what kind of goes on behind the scenes. It really is. Tom Dempsey says, I want the Bat Pod and Bat from the Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, some good stuff out there. Axel Plate. He goes, hey, London Bridge Bricks. Axel, great to have you here, mate. Hope your Saturday's been a good one, my friend, so far. You wrote the Spider-Man wrong in the poll. Did I? Oh, I did it. Yeah, well, that hyphen never always used to be there. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it like I do the others. But anyway, let's have a look at that poll. Let's see how that poll's going at the minute, shall we? Spider-Man is... I tell you what, that's an interesting one. Spider-Man and Iron Man, both Marvel, are doing very well. They're neck and neck with 19% at the moment, both of those. Superman, I'm quite surprised by that. Poor old Superman's is super low, a mere 5%. But most of you, 57% of you, it's technically a landslide, folks. Most of you are voting for the Batman himself. So we're doing the right vehicle for that for today, folks. We really are. Is it Journal of the Scots? Greg is aging and his memory's going. He says, Journal of the Scots. Hey, Si. Yeah, I've been limited on joining streams, but build streams. I don't get to stream as much as Si does. He's kind of like the streaming king. He can remember. He goes, I've been a sub for a while. I haven't seen you for ages, mate. But yeah, no, it's good to have you here. It really is. So I say in general, Scott Greg is age. I am. I really am. But yeah, no, it's good to have you here, mate. And hope you're having a good Saturday. I really do. So anyway, last bag for me. It is. I think I'm the only guy that picked Superman. What can I say? I've got a Superman top on, but that has just about influenced very few people out there at the moment. But yeah, if you fancy voting, folks, vote away. I'm on the last bag now. We'll see what we're going to be doing. If you want to show off some of your Batcave Craig stuff, feel free. Yeah,
It's in the background.
In the
If you can
background.
see it.
Look at that.
Might have to move the camera.
Right, well, these tyres are pretty cool as well. I'm liking these. There we go, folks. Oh. Anyway, let's put that on there. Oh, guys, as well, guys and girls out there, are you enjoying the music? Is it kind of all right? Does it kind of pick the mood of a kind of lazy Saturday watching the streamers? Ooh. I'm liking the hubcaps. These are well cool. Loving it.
Chat now.
Yeah, chat away, Craig. Chat away.
Now we don't need the bat from Dark Knight Rises, just put the wheels on Tumbler. Actually, do you know what? Barry, I thought about that when I was building it, that there was something you could use from that, because it did look a bit like a similar sort of style. Isabel, hi Isabel, good to see you. They need to do the bat again. If they're going to do, I'll get the other one out. If you put this tumbler against that camo one. So this is the camo one that came with the.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Side's got this one. I missed out on it.
So I have to do it that way, won't I? Look at the difference.
Oh, wow, that's a massive difference.
Yeah. So they could do that bat so much better now. I don't even know where it is. If I could find it, I would get it. I don't know where it is. It's that bad I've hidden it away, Barry.
But Barry, do you like your Batman sets? I'm pretty sure he's got the 66 Batmobile, but
yeah, he likes the 61, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'm just wondering with Barry though, because he's kind of started off as the Black Falcons and into all that kind of stuff, which is great. But I can see him. He seems to be with his halls and that sort of buying more modern stuff.
He's got the Lego bug. That's what happens.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, it's very hard to stay in one place when it comes to Lego stuff. Maybe it's okay. They go inwards. That's a bummer. Let me just take that out. That's something you've got to be careful of. Look, you've got to pull those in. Those go in like that, folks, before you can put that in there. There we go. So,
I really don't know where I've put that thing.
I'm loving putting these front tyres on. It's so weird. Do you reckon, and I'm just throwing it out there, what do you reckon are the chances, though, of the big tumbler when it comes out, the UCS tumbler, should we call it? What's the chances of that coming out and having the motorbike that comes out the centre section of it?
The Batpod.
The Batpod, yeah. Is that what it's called? No. I think I should know it's called that.
It's not. It doesn't do that. Someone would have given it away. I think they've built it now.
Oh, okay.
It's a shame.
Do you think it's a missed opportunity for like the version 2 of it?
Definitely. So I don't think it'd have been that difficult to do. Because even if it came out in, you had to rearrange stuff as it came out to convert it, that would probably be acceptable.
Pull that down a little bit.
Because it doesn't fully come out in the film. It sort of flips and twists and spins around again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they did the competition one, don't they? They need to redo that one, definitely. Because the hardest part on that was getting them Bionicle pieces they used. Because I've got the tires, but I haven't got them Bionicle parts to do where the hand grips are of it. Yeah, Tumbler Escape Pod.
Tommy Dempsey says, can't wait for the Danny Bob stream in 20 minutes. No, me too, mate. It's going to be wonderful seeing someone building a Millennium Falcon on a live stream. She's got a great idea, though, getting some friends to help her with that as well. That is going to be pretty essential. And also, as well, she's going to be busy. It's going to be a busy day for her. And it's hard work, folks. It's fun. But I tell you what, it's going to be hard work. And I wish her all the best. I really do. I'll be on there later. She'll be catching me, glimpsing me a little bit later with the old Makasayo O'Connor as well.
And look at this, the tumbler was ahead of its time. It had a switch to full electric mode to go stealth.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Silent running or stealth mode.
Stealth mode.
Halogen spotlights are turned off, and the angled exterior of the tumbler makes radar tracking difficult.
Halogen lights. See, that ages it, doesn't it? By just saying that. Halogens were amazing back in the day, but they just got so hot. That was the problem with them.
Yeah.
Like the LCD lights now. Super bright, those are. And, of course, they stay pretty much cold, which is what you want. Remember that? Thermo expansion malarkey. Right, where are we going with this? God, I'm loving that. I mean, look at this, folks. Look, how good is that? Look, so I've just built that there. This is the shielding that I've constructed. Nice little build, actually, to be fair. Look at that. And that, I'll bring that round here a little bit. That goes in there. Now, the question is, does it go right at the back? Yeah, it does. Yeah. There we go. So let me just make sure that's on there properly.
That houses the air-cooled machine guns and the missile launchers.
Ah, there we go. Right. Look at that. Oh, and it comes down like that. How cool is that? I'm getting more of an appreciation for the tumbler, having now sort of constructed it and assembling it together. Because you know what? In those movies, I've never actually found the tumbler to be. Maybe it's just me. I just aesthetically, I don't find it particularly pleasing on the eye.
I quite liked it that it was different because the 89 was so sleek, and then the following Batmobiles they did were very. I mean, they were a bit outrageous as well, but they were cool cars. Like Batman Forever's like almost like a Formula One car.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin was a bit more like the animated cartoon comic one, and then they brought the tumbler out. It was just different. I thought it was just clever that they'd kind of gone for that.
More realistic in some respects, hey?
Yeah, they've gone for that sort of Dark Knight as well. Frank Miller Dark Knight aesthetic as well, keeping it more rugged. So
yeah,
I got away with a big tank. They needed something that was fast, and so they did a fast tank basically. So I'm going to take my other one. I'm going to build the frame up, and then I'm going to see how many parts I can get in tan and nougat, I think, and see if I can have one that's camo at this scale.
That'd be cool. Have you got the parts for that? Or are you just going to see?
I might be missing a couple of things. Like I don't know what they do that Technic wing, what colour they do that Technic wing piece in. A lot of the other stuff I might be able to just wing it.
So when it comes to, I see what you did there. When it comes to actually buying Lego bricks, do you just buy an assortment that you think could be useful in the future?
No, if I'm doing Bricklink, and a lot of people do this, I find what I actually went for, and then I don't like buying just that. I like to browse their store, and if I'm going to pay for postage and packaging, if they've got things in there that I'm going to use or I can replenish trays that I know are missing, then I tend to fill up. And I get like a cheeky Aquazone stuff. I mean, I've got hundreds of them in translucent orange propellers, because every time I see them, I just buy them. If I can't get them on Bricklink, then I try and go to Bricks and Pieces. But obviously, you just have to wait so long for it to come.
Yeah.
And again, you can go crazy in there, and the price suddenly shoots up.
Oh, really? Go on.
Yeah.
Isabel asked a question saying, "Are either of us planning to go to Bricktastic Manchester in February?"
I'm hoping to go because I've been to every Bricktastic, but I'm due to go to Florida at the end of Feb, and I think it might be too tight a window for me to drive all the way to Manchester to go to the show.
Oh.
I know we don't have to have the exhibitors forms in yet till I think the end of November, so I've got some time to decide. But I'll always have something built ready that Kevin, the King Fairy, will let me exhibit. The standard is usually fairly decent at Bricktastic, so you usually have to tell him what you're building and provide pictures.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he has. There's only so much room, and he's got a lot of people. He's had people come from abroad. He's had a lot of people come from down south. A lot of the big builders that you'd see at Steam come up.
Oh, hold on then. So how big is Bricktastic then? Is that one of the biggest ones?
Yeah, it's in the Manchester Arena. Is it Manchester Arena exhibition hall? It's quite a big.
Oh, I never knew
room.
that. I genuinely
Yeah.
never knew that, Isabel. So you never know. I might actually go to that, and I get to meet you then, mate. If you go.
Bright Bricks have been every time as well. With it being Fairy Bricks, with it being for the charity, and so you get the big, huge bills. Like there was a massive dragon there one year, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Which when the public had gone, we were allowed to get on top of and have our photos taken.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I hope that's glued.
Yeah, it was glued. It was metal structure inside it.
Oh, that's cool. Time to put the big wheels on now, folks. I'm putting the hubs into here. And do you know what? While I'm doing this, because this is quite a nice little thing to do, here's the thing. So one of my London Eye streams that I do, try and do it at least once a month anyway, is the Blocks magazine review. I like to do that live. That always seems to be a really good one for talking about people. And I always get either Si or Jake on from Jake Studs. He's another one of your Twitcher lot. He is Craig. And he's a good lad as well. He's a really nice guy. So do check him out. But just so you know, I think the next one's going to be on something like the 23rd. Si is going to be doing that one with me. And just so you know, at the end of those particular streams, I always do a Kahoot, Craig. You generally do quite good at those Kahoots as well, don't you, mate?
I did. I nearly won it last time. I only saw half the stream and I didn't have the mag. We just guesswork.
Well, that's what I try and do. I try and accommodate. At least you can have a bit of a guess on it. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes, well, quite often actually, some of it's just down to if you happen to get the answer quickly. The quicker you answer it, the more points you get. It's as simple as that. But just so you know, folks, going forward, when I do the Kahoot now, there's actually going to be a prize at the end of every single one of those now. And in this case, the next one I do, which is, like I said, on the 23rd of this month, the winner of the Kahoot will win a year's subscription to Blocks magazine. So that's pretty cool, isn't it, Craig?
That is good.
Yeah, so that's what's going to happen on the 23rd, folks. So if you're enjoying this stream, it's going to be a little bit later, of course. I'll probably do it at something like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Tune in and it goes that way round, does it? You'll have yourself a chance of winning a year's subscription to Blocks magazine. Care of course, Blocks magazine. So thank you guys for that. Oh my God, we've got a super chat as well. Thank you so much. Darth Gajuri 80, I think that's pronounced. It says great stream. What's the correct pronunciation of it, Craig?
Gojira. I'm guessing, but Gojira.
Gajira. Well, that's it. Yeah, Gajira. Yeah, Gajira. Gajira 80. I don't know what it means. But I like it. So anyway, Gajira, my good friend, this is for you.
Oh my God, is this my acceptance to Hogwarts?
I thought you were doing the Batman one.
I didn't have a chance to do a Batman. I was looking for some funny Batman quotes. I just couldn't find any. If anyone wants to give me another super chat, I've got a Superman one if they want to see it. I suppose I could have done that one, but there we go. So Darth, thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate it. I'll throw your name on there. And Darth, are you on Instagram? Tell me if you're on Instagram or not. If you are, link up to me. Send me a hello or something like that. I know some people have different names when it comes to using Instagram. And
are you a fan of the band Gojira? Is that where you got that from? Or are you using the Japanese words of, I'm not going to say them, but mean gorilla and whale combined to make Gojira?
Yeah, it's the Japanese spelling of Godzilla. There we go. Very clever. I like that. Godzilla. And there's something I'd like to make out of Lego. Would be a giant Godzilla hand coming out the water area of my city.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
There was one that somebody did a sea serpent once coming out of the water, and it was unbelievable. Some of the sculpting skills that people have with Lego, just different class.
You're welcome, Darth. I really appreciate that. Cheers, dude. And he goes, Axel plays his Family Guy and violence on a Lego stream. Something is wrong. Oh my word, Menard. No, you are such
Spreading the
honestly, folks,
joy, innit?
he really
Good
is
old
spreading joy.
Mark.
He, I watched a couple of his videos the other day on how he sorts his Lego and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you know what,
good.
folks? Those things are fascinating because people want to know how other people do it. Do you know what I mean? This never reinvent the wheel, folks. So anyway, Minark, this is for you. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend.
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me? Who's got you? I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. He got her.
There we go. Here's your Superman one as well. So thank you so much, my friend. I'm just trying to keep up with all the Twitchers out there at the moment. Hope you enjoyed that. Minark, thank you so much. Honestly, my friend, you are incredibly generous. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys all spending your time here as well. We've not got too much time left, and I'm nearly done as well.
Isn't it?
I know it's been a top stream. I've really enjoyed having you here, my friend. I really have.
It's been cool. I love a good chilled Saturday stream.
Well,
It's very similar to my Twitch streams, these. Although you get more people watching. It's a bit unnerving.
Well, you know what? It's funny because I don't normally stream at this time, and I certainly don't always stream folks to get the massive numbers in or anything like that. I mean, that's what London Calling's for, really. In all honesty, this is just me, myself, and I quite often just enjoying building stuff with you, lovely lot out there. It really is, folks. It really is. But anyway, we've only got we've probably got about another 10 minutes tops for me to build this, and then what we do is, Craig, if you could be kind enough just to get ready. The Lego Danny Bob stream, and we'll put that in the chat just before we finish off, if that's all right with you, mate.
Yep.
Because that's why I streamed at this time, folks. I didn't want to stream over a friend stream. If I can help it, I don't anyway. Now, the only things left of this is just a few pieces. I'm literally minutes away from finish it, folks, and we can say we've done it, and then I can give you my thoughts on it, and then we call it a day, really. It's as easy as that. It really is. It's been lovely having you here, Craig, with me. It really has been. And I hope you lovely lot out there have enjoyed it too. I've certainly enjoyed all your company, that's for sure. But there we go. Just got a few studs to put in there. But yeah, just so you know, folks, I'll be on there as well tonight at 6 o'clock. Lego Danny Bob. We're going to go build some IKEA furniture in a minute. That's the only thing when you do live streams. That's the funny thing, a lot of people say like, oh, you do live streams, it's easy, you don't have to do editing and stuff like that. But I tell you what, folks, there's still quite a bit of planning and other bits and pieces that go into it as well. It's not super easy, but equally, I really enjoy spending my time with you, lovely lot out there as well. I do genuinely enjoy it. I hope you do too. I really do. It means a lot. So let's just pop that in there. I'm loving the stud shooters on the front. That's actually one good use of a stud shooter, I'd say. Oh, I can now. I was wondering why they doubled them up. I can see why, because they're a bit tricky to get on the front, aren't they?
Yeah. I usually double mine up anyway, to be fair.
Do you?
They're easier to find if they fire off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Minark saying, hey, Lego Madness. Hey, Axel Play. Tommy Dempsey. Isabel is saying, working full-time Monday to Friday means chill Saturday streams are the best. Oh, okay. I will bear that in mind. Like I say, folks, I normally like to start a Saturday stream, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. There will be a longer stream coming up on November the 6th from me and my good friend Brick Hive. That will be a transatlantic live stream. So I'm looking forward to that. We've got a couple of guests on with that. One on for me and one on for Brick Hive as well. And so you're going to see a few more streams from me, just getting back into the groove of doing some collaborative streams with people. My transatlantic one, my backlog one, my London Eyes, of course, are very dear to me, as well as, of course, my London Calling one. And that's what counts, folks. So there we go. So this is it. Let me just make that a little bit bigger for a few minutes, and then we'll start winding down. I can't believe how good to time I've done this, Craig. This is obscene. But anyway, let's do that, and then we'll take a quick glimpse. You can give us a quick show around your Wayne Manor over there. So this is it, folks. This is set number 76239. Comes with just under, just over 400 pieces, and it's a pretty decent set. You've got a couple of wicked looking wheels there. You've got this great big area there. There you go. I haven't applied any stickers. There's very few stickers come with this set, folks, in all honesty. There's a couple that go on the front there, a couple that go inside there. There's the sticker sheet, so you can see that. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Pretty easy ones to apply, but in all honesty, you don't necessarily need to apply them. You really don't. They're that good without it, this set. You get a really nice armored effect. I love the use of this wing here and these kind of shoulder armor pieces there. You see them quite a lot in Ninjago sets. And then you've got this double up here of the tires just there. I think that looks pretty good as well. You just got to be a bit careful when you're putting it all together, because you know what, folks? It's actually a little bit trickier than I thought. One thing I really like about this particular build as well, I don't know what you felt about it, Craig. I just love the use of the way that they've done the windshields just there. If I take that off,
yeah, it's really good.
Oh, I can't take it off now. It's on there so strong. Oh, there we go. We've got 3 in there, folks. We've got this one here, and this one here. And this was nicely put in there. And it kind of, you got this nice line at the front there, and that kind of just breaks it up and just makes it look that little bit more.
They're all the same windows as well.
Yeah,
it's
that's clever technique. But the cleverest thing about this set, folks, is the way they've got those angles just right there. It really is pretty clever stuff. And all in, it's a really good set. You got a great set, right? You got a pretty decent Batman. What makes this Batman particularly good is that you've got this kind of rose gold belt, and he's got this scary face as well, the nightmare face. I think that looks pretty special. I think it looks particularly good as well when you put the cowl on him. And you get this figure here, which is not a bad figure. He's all right. I think they were always going to do a printed one first, but maybe next time we'll have something proper to put over the top of him. But he's got a nice torso, good printing on the back as well. He's got good printing on the back of his head. So they have gone out, not just done a sort of cheap kind of scarecrow head. They've actually done a bit of decent printing on the back there as well. But all round, folks, I would definitely say this is a really nice tumbler to have. And if I just get this one as well, this is the one I built in the week. And honestly, folks, it wasn't planned this way. It really wasn't. I didn't know this was going to turn into a bit of a Batman week. But we've got these ones here. But let me just bring that round there. Look at that. What a nice little collection there of Batman things. There we go. What do you reckon of that? It looks pretty good, doesn't it? I like that. And there we go. We just do that. So you get a nice little bit of movement on there. And you get to see what it actually looks like. But one of them's remote controlled and one of them's the toy set. But I will say this, folks, if you get yourself some spare pocket money, or you just fancy building something where you can learn a few techniques from, you know what? This particular set number 76239, for the money, I don't think you can really go wrong with it, in all honesty. So definitely gets a big thumbs up from me. And you know what? While you're watching this stream, or maybe even watching it back in the future, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up as well. So anyway, that's my review of that particular set. Let's have a look then, because we'll start winding down there, because Lego Danny Bob's kicking off. And we'll pop a link in the chat in a minute, folks. And you know what? If you do go over there, do tell her that you call it an LBB raid or something like that. So nice and easy. But anyway, I'll sort the survey out. And while I'm sorting the survey out, let's take a look at this amazing mock by our good friend Craig. Take it away, Craig.
Yeah, so there it is on the turntable. Looks pretty cool, I think. It fits quite nicely.
It was good. Walk us through it. What have you got going on at the top there? Wayne, you got Wayne Manor.
Yeah, I've not finished Wayne Manor, but I've got the front facade on, and then I've just stuck the sets that I built last night because I didn't know anywhere else to put them. And then underneath it, there's a lift at the back. It goes down into that section there, where there's going to be there is a Raspberry Pi computer in there, but it's not programmed up yet. And then the suit thing is on a big chain link, so it goes round, so the suits drive, the turntable spins, and a little ramp at the back slides out as well. So it splits in the middle, so it's designed to take to shows, really. So it comes in, I think it's three sections, 1, 2, and then one at the back with all the main structure on, and then this all lifts up because it's all mills. That's it. Yeah,
that mills technique is good, and I'm going to be doing that certainly in my new one. But yeah, I think Fooling, you've got a point there, mate. £210 is rather expensive compared to the 99 Batmobile. And I'd always say to people, get the 99 Batmobile. Craig, how many pieces do you reckon you've used in your mock, my friend?
Oh, I wouldn't have a clue. Too many.
Yeah, you don't keep count. Probably best though.
Yeah, I could probably work out how much rock pieces I've used if I went back and seen how many I'd ordered, but no, I've got absolutely no clue at all.
Love it, mate. Love it. So anyway, this is looking at the survey, you lovely people out there voting on that. So thank you so much for that. I asked the question, who's your fave Lego superhero? Batman came top with 57%. Iron Man came second with 20%. Spider-Man came in at 17%. A little bit surprised there. Spider-Man would have come out maybe on top, but there we go. And Superman, blimey, he's a lowly fourth. It really is. Now, what I like you lovely people to do, Lorraine, good to see you. Hope your day hasn't been too busy working. Got Barefoot Bricks in there. That is awesome, Craig. It really is. And I'm so glad that you lovely peeps out there enjoyed this stream as well. I've certainly enjoyed myself. Thank you so much, Craig, for coming in as well. I've loved you being there. Now, please do, folks, do this now if you want to, by all means, before we finish off, and we're going to be finishing in about 25 seconds. Do me a favor, go over to Lego Danny Bob, right? When you go in there, say LBB Raid or something like that, and she'd appreciate that. She loves all you peeps. She's an awesome Lego YouTuber, and she's got an epic Goliath stream that she's doing today. She really has, folks. So even just go over there and show her some love. It really means the world. It really does, folks. It helps us do what we do around here. So do check on that.
We can have some fun.
Sorry, dude.
We can have some fun.
Yeah, man, we definitely are, because we're going to be going over there quite soon as well. And I'm certainly going to go get something to eat because I'm starving. I really am. I'm starving, Marvin. But yeah, good to see you, Lorraine. Like I say, I hope your day's been really good. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, Craig, for being on. When are you going to be streaming next?
I might do some tomorrow. It depends what I've got on tomorrow. I might do some Twitch stuff tomorrow.
Okay, all right, pretty good.
Usually, probably around the same time, to be fair. I'd like a chilled out afternoon one on.
Yeah, you stream quite randomly, don't you?
Yeah. I just go for it. That's when I feel like doing it.
No, that's fair enough. It really is. I just want to say thank you once again as well to Darth for your super chat, and the effervescent, of course, Minark. Really appreciate it. And Darth, I really appreciate it too. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Honestly, I am always honoured to have you lovely lot out there spending some of your time with me. It really means a lot, folks. It really does. And I just want to say goodbye to Isabel, Cabbage Face, Axel, Lego Madness, Minark, Darth, of course, Tommy Dempsey's been here since the beginning, Darth Gajira 80, aka that's Japanese. Did you know that, folks? It's Japanese for Godzilla. I want to say thank you to Barry as well, Barefoot on Bricks as well. Love that name, mate. Very, very clever. Lorraine Fox, Cy O'Connor as well. Lovely to see you here, mate. Axel Journal, I should say, of the Scots. That's a pretty cool name, isn't it? It really is. But anyway, folks, it's been wonderful having you here. ABC, All Bricks Count, he came in a little bit earlier on as well. It's been great to have you here. As always, folks, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other. It kind of helps the world go round and round. It really does, folks. Craig, thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me as well. I really appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
There. You're most welcome, mate. I hope forward to see you again sometime on here. But anyway, folks, as always, Lego is a wonderful thing. You know what? Each and every one of you wonderful people out there are too. Take care, folks. Have a wonderful Saturday and get yourselves over to Lego Danny Bob for the rest of your Lego Saturday fun day to have. All right, take care, folks. Have a good one. And I'll see you at 6 p.m. tonight on Lego Danny Bob's channel. Don't forget, LBB Raid. Do it now. I love you loads.